The numbers of a game last week, that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The numbers for Freeman a week ago: 13 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Allen now on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Now Allen again. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
C.J. Henderson. Touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff for Jacksonville.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 19-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with counter. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run with counter. And he stopped immediately there.
James Conner.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it. But how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Made at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew, short pass, Eifert on the receiving end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 41, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
1st and 10.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Now, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
It'll be Minshew again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Golden Tate with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the 2nd half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Here comes Johnson on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
The tackle made by
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Josh Lambo.
Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches,
8.
the yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The ball carrier.
James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored or
Yes.
do you show the yards per carry
I'm
first?
showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
from the gun. Minshew to throw. Short pass. Eifert on the receiving end. 3 yards the gain there. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Minshew's pass intended for DJ Chark.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. Open man. Completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Allen to throw on 3rd down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Pittsburgh.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
James Washington.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Steelers.
And again, it's Allen. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
First down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
K'Lavon Chaisson.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And that is incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Jaguars.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Intended for A.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Complete to Tyler Eifert. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At their 48.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. We'll drop this one down to Freeman.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. He goes underneath to Freeman.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 4, 44 seconds to go. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
6-yard line.
Ready? 60 all. Switch up. Check. 53. Check.
Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jaguars, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone.